Oh god, my butt crack. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have lights and a microphone, as you may have noticed. I realized my backdrop is boring as fuck, but I'm fixing it. I ordered something that'll help me
spice it up.
Alright, so I realize it's been more than a week since I posted a video because I got super busy at work. I'm actually taking a mental health day tomorrow, Monday, to mentally become healthier. So today I'm going to be doing a mukbang. I realize it's probably called mukbang. It's where you eat like a shit ton of gross food or something. Oh, I just kicked a light. I don't want to eat a fuck ton in front of people, so I'd rather drink a fuck ton. I'm gonna start off with Red Bull and Absolute vodka because the other drinks that I have are white wine, red wine, Jack and Coke, excuse me, a Ghost, which is like a sour beer, and then Gose? Gas? I don't fucking know. Then a spritzer. So I figured I'd get the hard stuff out of the way first. We can talk, and then we can just like de-escalate my drunkenness, at which I don't know how bad it's gonna get, but it's probably gonna be like decently unsightly. I have a list of topics that we're gonna talk about while I'm drinking. I would like to thank my friend Paige, who is helping me edit these videos now. So I'm super trying to be on my fucking shit. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. The Absolute is open. I don't have a glass because I'm trash. And this is not the Shangri-La, it's fucking South Carolina. So actually, I don't know how much you're supposed to pour in. I think this is one shot, right? This is a shot, right? I don't know, hopefully that's a shot. So yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm gonna open some sugar-free Red Bull. Wouldn't wanna be unhealthy at all. Ooh, I don't have a stirrer. I'm gonna use my finger. I was actually a bartender at one point in my life, but was quickly fired. So what I wanted to talk about while I was drinking the first drink was something in pop culture. I don't really get into like YouTuber drama just because I'm so small of a channel. No one really gives a shit about what I'm doing or what I say. But it was hard to ignore. One second. It's good. Ugh. It was hard.
It was hard to ignore.
I'm sorry, I'm taking it like a champ. It was hard to ignore. James Charles lost 2 million subscribers in like 3 days, which is
insane.
But we have to talk about it a little bit more. I know that most of my following probably doesn't keep up with like beauty guru drama. I don't really either. So basically what happened is James Charles. So a little bit of backstory. Tati, who posted the video that ultimately got James Charles in a fuck ton of trouble, was that she owns like a beauty supplement company or something, and James Charles was her friend, and he said that he would only take her vitamins, but like he took someone else's vitamins or something like that. He got paid for it, and she realized that his friendship could be bought. Whatever. It's like a whole lot of like beauty related stuff. And so Tati is someone that I really enjoy watching on YouTube. I don't really trust a lot of people on YouTube. You have to be somewhat full of yourself to post videos of yourself. I trust Tati though. Ooh, I just hit the mic. She posted something. James Charles lost 2 million followers, 2 million subscribers, sorry. And also his friends, Emma Chamberlain and the Dolan twins, they both unfollowed him, which is strange because I could have sworn that for the longest time they made like videos together. I thought they were like butt buddies. I don't know. Also basically, James Charles said that like he likes straight boys and that was problematic and that like you can't force someone into sexuality that they're not comfortable with. All right, yeah. So it's just like a whole mess of things. To lose 2 million subscribers, you know when you know like someone's generally disliked. I didn't know that he was like actually like hated. I sensed that he was problematic, but like I didn't really dig too much into him. He's a kid that does makeup and he's like sister rich. That's just blowing my fucking mind. To watch someone so huge like just fall. He has like 14.5 million now or whatever, which is still significant, but like to watch like subscribers drop like that, it's insane. I'm gonna drink this quickly because I want to move on to the next drink. I just need Red Bull to hype myself up. Side note, actually this has nothing to do with James Charles, we're over that. So this past week, my tires got like completely flat and I had to walk to work for like a week, but I got it towed. Okay. So about a year ago, I posted a video on YouTube talking about this one time, someone dopey, I swear to fucking God, sorry, he's by my feet. About a year and a half ago, I posted this video of this guy who towed my car who made a misconnection for me. So basically the day before Christmas, my car car engine just stopped working. This guy showed up, he was super nice, and we had a nice chat while we drove to AAA. So I love checking missed connections, and I checked it about 8 days later, and I realized that the guy who towed my car described my car and described me, and he's like, you're super nice, I would love to like meet up sometime. So I didn't ultimately like contact him because he was significantly older than me, and his hygiene was questionable. Probably a really nice guy, but I would not say my type. This past week I had to get my car towed because 2 of my tires were flat. And who shows up but the same guy who made a misconnection about me? It's been 18 months since I've seen him, and when he saw me, he was like, and I was like, holy I know who you are, because that tooth is still gone. He was missing a front tooth. I was like, holy shit, it's this pure serendipity that we're meeting again. Had you been probably 25 years younger, I would have given it a shot. But also, fuck AAA, because I called them and I told them, like, well, they saw when my car got towed there that my front tires were flat, and these assholes, they replaced the back tires, and I didn't realize until I got home, and so like I couldn't go back to make them switch them, but they charged me $570 to change
The wrong tires.
which is emotionally devastating on every level. Mechanics already scare the shit out of me. Somehow they convince you to like rotate your windshield or like change your seat heaters. They're like, oh, you need to buy like 5 extra wheels because you never know when you might break down. Repeatedly, mechanics scare the shit out of me. I always try to go with a guy because I know when I walk into a mechanic shop, they look at me and they know I'm incompetent and a fucking moron. They know, they see me and they're like, that girl is stupid. I was super pissed at AAA. I did like that I met up with the guy who said I was nice again. It's nice when you read comments that are nice about yourself online and then you meet the people who say them. I know that usually applies to like if you follow me and then I meet you in real life, then it's like super nice, but this is different. You made a misconnection about me and then we met again. On to the next drink. So I realized that I've made a grave mistake. I took 2 shots in the period of 30 minutes and I only had dinner. But we're gonna slow it down a bit with my hands are red. We're gonna slow it down a bit with Westbrook Tati, that's her last name. But yeah, it's a sour, salty beer. I was using a knife to open it. I don't wanna break another nail. We're gonna hydrate. Mark my words, I'm gonna throw up. So I had 2 liquor drinks. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. I have been drinking long enough that I should know what's about to happen, but I don't. I need to glue my nail back on. I had an idea for a video, but dopey, not now. No one should know this about me, but I love my first time videos, particularly like the first time I gave a blowjob or the first time I had sex. That sounds so weird, but the reason why I like them is because they're all the same. They all like follow the same sort of plot. It was awkward, we were teens, I threw up. I realized that my first time videos are like a huge trend on YouTube. Everyone likes hearing like the first time someone did something. So I looked up a questionnaire. I'm not good at answering one question. Like I'm not good at telling like a 9-minute story. I really enjoy answering things like rapid fire. So I looked up this one questionnaire and I realized that the questionnaire was written by someone whose probably first language was not English. I don't want to fault them on that. Being bilingual is very impressive. The translation may be a bit rough. So I realized that about this questionnaire and I thought it was really interesting the way that the questions were worded because I don't like conventional, what's your favorite color? What's the first car you owned? No one gives a shit about that. So this questionnaire is by tagquestionswith2s's.com and it's my first time tag questions and I just wanted to read some of the first time questions to you because the wording is really fucking funny. I love it. I'm a fan. I like went through all the questionnaires on the site just to tell you what I mean. The first question is, first app you check while you awaken in the morning. I'm not kidding, that's how it's phrased, which is the answer is Twitter. I'm gonna keep going down the list. I just want to find my favorite questions because they actually like improved my mood when I read them. It's just how it's worded was incredibly striking. Question 28 is tell us about your first love, which is completely like a normal question. 29, tell us about your first pet. 30 is tell us about your first shooting and when did you obtain it. I immediately went to like school shooting. which is fucked up. I went to like a place of like, when's the first time I shot something? I have only held a gun like once, and then I realized that they were talking about like vaccinations, like what's the first shot you got and when did you get it? I'm assuming I got vaccinated because you should get vaccinated. I just want to keep reading down the list just because they're so fucking amazing. I realize that I'm jumping from here to here. It's just like I can't talk about the same shit for like a long ass time because it bores the fuck out of me. Tell me about your first item that you do on each morning. My first item on I do each morning is probably take a shit. Tell us about your first item that you do when you obtain home. When I obtain home, I usually get a drink because I work a 9 to... There's something in that burp. The first item that you do when you obtain home is probably get a drink. Well, I feed my cat first because he's like meowing his ass off. Number 52 on this is tell me about your primary wedding that you attended. I'm assuming that means like the first wedding I attended. The first wedding I attended was when I lived in Hawaii. I remember eating so much Chinese food that I threw up in the bathtub later that night. And I was like crying and my mom was like watching me and she's like, come on, get it together. I'm probably not gonna finish this beer just because like there's so much to it, but I'm trying. Oh my gosh, this one is my favorite. This one is my favorite. So this question is, tell us your first time experience when you got a rapidity ticket. A rapidity ticket, which I'm assuming means speeding ticket, which is not that interesting. I was late for school in high school and I was speeding, but rapidity ticket, why don't we call it that?
Ugh.
So there's another question, it's number 78, that says, how much your first $1 million that you won? So I've never won $1 million, but if I was guessing how much it would be if I won $1 million, I would say, off the top of my head, if I had to, $1 million. It's just so funny. Number 95 says, tell me about your first cry experience. My first cry experience, I assume again, happened when I was a child. I really couldn't tell you the first time I cried. I'm trying to think about the last time I cried. The last time I cried is when I found out that my car would be $570 to fix. Number 99 is, what is your first most sensitive issue of your life? I'm trying to think of the first time I've ever experienced conflict within, I don't know. Probably the fact that, wait, would that be too sensitive? My first issue with life. I don't know. So basically, you get the gist of that one. There's another one called 50 plus dating tag questions. They're just such a classic. I'm just gonna rapid fire like read through them because no one wants me to answer all of them. If you want me to answer all of them, comment down below and I will. Oh, sorry, I just bumped my mic. My mic that everyone told me to get because they couldn't fucking hear me in any of my videos. At what age you first dated? 14. What did you wear on your first date? Address. Sorry. Home or hotel? What do you prefer for dating? When I was living with my parents between freshman and sophomore year of college, I did go to a hotel to fuck the guy I was dating because I couldn't, because my parents were super Christian. I couldn't have sex in my house. And he lived in the barracks because he was in the military. So it was like we had to meet halfway. But that's TMI. How many times have you dated till now? Well, off the top of my head, I don't know. Number 13, have you ever paid the bill for a date, especially for girls? I've had 2 guys run out on the check, so yes, I have paid the bill for a date. Also, I date women, so yes, I have paid the bill. The bills, because it's, it's fucking 2019, we go 50-50. Wait, what's that thing when you pay half? You go Dutch. Number 15, share the most embarrassing moment while dating. One time I laughed so hard on a date I shit my pants. That's embarrassing because I had to leave. Because you can't stay on a date if you've shit your pants. Or can you? Number 31 says, do you like dating only singles or married also? I've never dated someone who's married. I've dated someone who was divorced. I fucking love divorce. Oh, shit, yeah, by the way, my background behind me is super fucking boring. And so I bought 18 just divorced and finally divorced sashes. And so I'm gonna cut them and glue them to the top. So behind me is just gonna be like a huge divorce wall. I fucking love the idea of being divorced. I would never date someone who's currently married if I didn't know that they were married. Okay, so number 46 says, in your opinion, which body part of yours men look while dating? I assume that means like, where do men look at me when they're dating me? Mostly my face. I assume the person wanted me to say like boobs, but I've never like caught someone just like straight up like looking at well, I have, but not like for a long time. I don't even know if these thoughts connect in this video. There's one that says 100 questions nobody asked tag. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a bunch of wild wolves? I'd say a big bear because it'd probably kill me. I don't fucking care about that. Oh shit. There's a question on here that says the power to communicate with animals or the power to communicate with plants. If you could talk to animals, why would you not? You would Eliza Thornberry the shit out of every animal. But who the fuck wants to talk to a plant? Like if you see a tree, you're like, what's up? And the tree's like, I literally have never moved. Shit, I'm sorry, this is boring as fuck. I just spit. Okay, so there's number 33 on this questionnaire. It says, when's the last time you were insulted in front of a crowd? I feel like the reason why it's on the questions nobody asked page is because who the fuck is like frequently in front of crowds and like it's not like people like keep like being like, who the fuck is regularly, well, probably like a comedian. What normal person is in front of crowds? I don't know. I'd say after posting on YouTube, I'll like every day. Who is most likely to buy a bunch of puppies? I assume someone who really likes dogs. But yeah, I'm just like drawn to these questions because they're so unusually asked. There's one, it's like, have you ever dated your teacher? Like, no. Dated my son? No. Number 107 is, you love rats or butterfly? If I had to be surrounded by rats or butterflies, I would 100% choose butterflies, although I do have a video. I admitted to killing 100 butterflies. What happened is they all landed on my windshield and I was trying to get to work, and so I thought that I would gently push them off with my windshield wiper, and there's all these butterflies. And I turned on my windshield wiper and it was so fast, it just crushed all these butterflies against my windshield. So I have killed a lot of butterflies, but I'd still rather be surrounded by butterflies than rats. Number 109, are you happy with your life? I don't know. I'm realizing that I drank too quickly and that this is going to quickly go downhill. That if you're hearing something weird, it's my fridge. Oh, by the way, someone in my last video said, well, a lot of people in my last video commented like, you sound really weird. And it's like, oh shit, I'm talking for 17 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty fucked up right now, but we will persist. My fourth drink is wine. Personally, I like Chardonnay. Sweet wines make me sick. I hate sweet wines. I've only been filming for 51 minutes and I have been drinking 2 shots. Oh, we'll just find out where this goes. I personally love going through the comments of my YouTube videos because it's a unique type of self-harm. No, people are just so fucking strange on YouTube comments. I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna read the comments on my my church video thing because I think that's funny. I think a lot of people like to chime in and like, you know, I just missed the table. In my last video, I asked people on my Twitter, like, what's the weirdest church story that's ever happened to you? And so I didn't realize that people on YouTube will probably comment their weird church stories too. So I'm gonna read through some of them and just their comments in general. Cause one is like really throwing me off right now. So someone 2 videos ago, oh my God. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get a drink. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Beer before liquor. Wine after liquor. Okay, I don't fucking know. Someone 2 videos ago told me that my hair looked like piss water, which I was like so pissed. But then I didn't realize someone just said on my last video, Isn't piss water slang for beer? I didn't know that. If it is, if my hair looks like beer, that's not that bad. Annie Rose said, Sarah, you killed Michael Jackson by having sex out of wedlock. That would be crazy. If my pussy was that powerful, I could kill a celebrity by just fucking out of wedlock. Catherine Serendipity said, I love you, but why the fuck were you talking so weird in this video? I told everyone that I was on NyQuil and sick. I literally said it in the first 5 seconds of the video. I'm gonna try to find the church stories. I feel, okay. Okay, Hannah Rose Makesell said, one time in Sunday school, my church leader taught us that girls were like garbage disposals and boys were like Twinkies. The whole thing was a reference to sex, obviously, and how guys are something so great and girls aren't. It's no wonder that girls feel bad if they have sex with multiple people. Like my church literally told us we were garbage even before the sex stuff happened. Like, what a mind fuck, my dude. What's that? Okay, if your pussy it gets bigger, like because a lot of people fuck you, how come guys' dicks don't shrink? You know, like using that logic, like if the expansion and compression, if there are multiple dicks penetrating you and your
pussy gets huge.
It's like, why would guys, like if they put their dicks in someone's pussy, why would their dick not get shrunk? I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, so Luke TM said, the gun story was actually kind of common in more fundamentalist circles before the influx of mass shooters. My pastor really wanted to have a fake shooter come in during his sermon and some of the deacons had to talk him out of it. What the fuck is up with churches where they have to have a fake shooter come in and like The thing is, if you have to put a gun in someone's face to prove your point, you should probably take a step back and strengthen your argument. If I'm in a business meeting and I'm trying to pitch like a campaign to a client, I don't bring out the guns. Literally, I don't let them sit down at the table, give them their coffee, and then like hold a gun to their fucking head and I'm like, listen! Children are so impressionable as it is. You don't need to pull a gun on them to scare the shit out of them. Just tell them that like when the lights go off when they sleep, a creepy man steals all their shirts. Or I don't know, I fucking don't know. Like it's like, why are you pulling guns on kids? It's not going to teach them a lesson. It's going to scare the shit out of them and give them PTSD, which they will ultimately associate with your religion. And it will not create healthy Christians in the end, you know?
And that's the thesis.
All right, let's keep moving. I'm sorry. Ooh, oh fuck. Never mind. Thought I read something. This one's funny. It's by Gianna Baum. A couple summers ago, I was one of the leaders for a Christian camp when my church was attending. I had about 4 8th grade girls in my room on the first day. One of them went poop in the bathroom, and she ended up clogging the toilet. She was trying to flush it, and the toilet ended up overflowing. Oh, she was embarrassed, but I told her it wasn't her fault, because obviously who can control that, you know? But I calmed her down, but the toilet ended up overflowing out of the bathroom and into the actual bedroom where we slept. This was an old building, and the bedroom had this high, thick green carpet. Nasty carpet. So eventually poop water started to soak in the old ass green carpet. She didn't say ass. We could not stop it from overflowing. A few hours later, y'all would not believe the stench. We still slept in that room because no one was really able to help us. But the next few days, it was so pungent that we started to smell it when we walked down the hall to our room. Eventually, we all just moved rooms ourselves without needing permission, but it had to be done. We were all able to laugh at it, even the girl who caused it. You overflowed a toilet and it smelled. My mom used to be a health inspector for the city of Norfolk, Virginia. And this is before she was in the Navy. She got a call because this one apartment smelled like absolute crap. And so it turns out she went to the door, she knocked on it, and it was so foul. The guy opened the door and she said it was like someone had died in there. What had happened was a professor lived in that apartment and he did not like flushing his toilet, so he would shit in mason jars and then keep them stacked along the wall. You know how like frat boys like stack empty liquor bottles to like decorate their fucking apartment? This guy essentially did that with poop. And so my mom was like, yo, you can't just like keep shit everywhere. It's like a health code violation. So this guy was like, oh, okay. The fact that she said that, she was like, he was just like so casual about it. He's like, oh yeah, I'll throw out my shit. And he did it. And I was like, usually if someone collects shit for that long, like it, you know, it's like a struggle to like get them to remove their shit. But he was just like, oh yeah, definitely, I'll like remove it. He was just waiting for one person to tell him to take out the shit. Let's keep going. Oh my God. So I read this one like a while back. I forgot to hydrate. Sorry. So, this guy named Lily Merck said, one time 3 old people died all within the same church service. Like I wasn't there, but my cousin was, and apparently it's just one after the other. Okay, you know how there's like an Uber pool? What if there's like a Uber pool for heaven? Like God was like, your ride's here, but it's like all 3 of you. Like if there was like a ride sharing app for like a hearse, you just got like 3. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, those people probably were great. But like, you know, it's like an Uber pool for dead people.
Get in, loser, we're going
to heaven.
I've been drinking. I'm gonna keep drinking. I hate to admit this, but I'm drunk. Catherine Wellington said, at church camp, we had to go through every single lyric of Love in This Club by Usher, point out why it was inappropriate, where there wasn't room left for Jesus. I've done that, Catherine. In like 2008, I wanted the CD by Akon, where he's like, smack that all on the floor, smack that, oh. At church, you could ask for one thing for Christmas if it was moderately priced. And I just wanted that one CD. So the youth pastor was like, so I listened to the CD, and before I give it to you, can you explain the lyrics to Smack That? And I was like, oh shit. Well, see, if you smack that while it's on the floor, smack that, give me some more. She's doing it well. And he wants to smack it more. And he's like, yeah, this is not gonna happen. So they didn't give me the Akon CD. What are we talking about? Someone called Satan herself said, one time in church, my little sister farted when it was dead silent. Me older sister, and my cousin couldn't stop laughing. We laughed so long that we had to leave the room. Okay, one time I was in high school and I was asleep in class and I farted so hard I woke myself up. And everyone turned to look at me. I was mortified. Every night when I lay my head down on my pillow, I think about that moment. Does everyone in my high school not remember it? Of course, probably. What are we talking about? Noah Bain says, once I saw a guy jerking off behind a pillar at our school's church and we just locked eyes for what felt like an eternity. and I never saw him again, so I don't think he even went to our school. Here's the thing, jerking off in public, gross. Go home. But like, if you're going to jerk off, if you must jerk off at a church, it's probably wise to jerk off at a church that you don't go to. So he's being very strategic with his strokes. All right, guys. Oof. So that's it for that wine part. I'm realizing very quickly I'm drunk. I don't know if it'll get me. I think, oh my God. Okay, so I'm drunk and I have to move on to the 5th drink, which is either red wine or seltzer. How much more can my body take? Seltzer makes me bloated and irritated, and red wine makes me nostalgic and sad. What mood are we feeling like shifting towards? I'm not funny when I'm mad, but I do have a lot of great stories when I'm nostalgic. All right, yeah, so red wine it is, and that's gonna be the last drink. All right, I'm going to go pee. Give me 1 second. Now let me take a drink. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. So basically, I have this board in my apartment of letters that people wrote me when I was on Vine. I had a P.O. box, and people wrote me these letters about like how much they liked me. And then I also had a trunk that I asked the people who followed me to send me a sticker from where they're from. So people sent me a sticker. Basically, that trunk is just like a memorabilia from Vine. I also have a fuck ton of letters that people sent me from when I was on Vine about like they liked me or something like that. It really like makes me kind of sad when I think about it. So the other day I was like looking at it because I was a bit bummed, and I read some of them and I was like, that's so nice. A lot of people included their username on Twitter or Instagram when they wrote me a letter, and I looked up these people who had written me these nice ass letters, and you know what I found out? A majority of them don't follow me anymore. Oh, talk about the sadness in my heart. I'm gonna read one. I'm gonna read a letter. This letter is from, oh shit, I can't read that. That's a nude. Sorry, that was someone's naked picture. I'm gonna pick up one at random. It's not what I wanted. This one is by someone named Talia from California. Sarah Schauer. I hope someone proposes to you by saying something like, I need to take a shower. But you'll think he said shower, and you'll sarcastically be like, ooh, take me where? And he'll be like, to the altar. That's nice. Okay, so when I was on Vine, people sent me like weird shit to my P.O. box. I remember one time I tweeted like, I don't have a lot of money right now. I don't have a job. I'm looking for a job, and I don't have any food. And this guy overnighted me 16 boxes of pasta, 8 jars of ragu, and then a shit ton of cat food for Dopey. And super nice guy, sent me long ass letter. But then I realized on the back he included his phone number, Twitter and Snapchat. The hurtful part of this message is that he has since unfollowed me. What have I done? Well, I know exactly what I did. A lot of YouTubers have gotten in trouble recently, so I might as well come out and admit what I did wrong. I was extremely politically active in 2016, aka the year when Vine officially died. And I have to admit this, I was a libertarian at the time. I voted for Gary Johnson in the 2016 election. So if you're gonna dig up my past, that's exactly what you'll find. So this one British person sent me a letter one time, and their fucking letter smelled really good. Here it is. Wait, is this it? Okay, so someone wrote me a letter from England. This letter smells like the best perfume I've ever smelled in my entire life. And like, it's like my favorite fucking letter. I don't even know what it says. That letter smells amazing. I'm sorry. You know what really hurts my butt? You know what really fucks my butt? You know what really blows my load? Is that a majority of these people don't follow me anymore. Vine was such a huge part of my life. Vine helped me get like big on the internet. And that's just how it be. Alright guys, so that quickly went downhill. Like I said in the beginning, you start off strong and then you de-escalate. I'm going to try to post more often. I think I have a very packed schedule now. I work a 9 to 5. 9 to 5 often extends to like 6 or 7. So it's very hard to have the energy and the ideas to film later at night. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And I think that might be doable. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I might open a P.O. box because I want to see like what YouTube people have to say, if it's nice at all, and if there are any people who'd like to say anything. I hope you enjoyed my muck drink. I did, I think. Please leave a comment down below of what you want to see next, I think. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sorry if it was really discombobulated. I didn't realize how much I drank. That's it for this week, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!